getting everything organised. For
the Dodge.
I'm driving the safety car though, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
put in a couple of test laps.
Yeah, you'll need them. Slow and steady, traction control on.
Are you sort of maxing out at 130k sort of thing?
Me? I play by ear. The 130k thing, I usually sit around there, slow it up a bit for the sweepers and that, because you don't want anyone looping on the support lap. But if you feel like you can go a little bit faster in some sections, pick up the pace a little bit, just to give them a shorter out lap, because otherwise the lap swallows like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I usually play it by like coming down the back stretch. I usually lift it to about 150, 160 odd. As long as it looks like, keep an eye on them in the mirror, as long as A, you're not leaving them behind, and B, they're not getting out of control.
Yep.
Play it by ear. That's usually what I do. But then slow them up on the run up the hill before you depart.
You've got
when
that
you hit
last
sector 3,
left-hander.
You hit sector 3, slow them up as you get through sector 3.
Yep.
And then as you exit the final turn, just stand on it, get away from them. There's a little pulling section. Pulling over there.
Yep. Easy.
As soon as the field goes past, the camera's off you, so you can jump out of the car as soon as the field's cleared you. Because the way the camera angle works, it won't see you, so you can jump straight out and go and help watch the start. I usually go to the back of the grid while Jimmy's watching, while Sean in my case, but Jimmy will be watching the front half of the grid. So I jump on and start watching the back half of the grid as they enter turn 1, like through the start in turn 1, because I like to keep an eye on the back markers, make sure they're behaving themselves.
We'll do. We'll try.
I'm on board with Lockwood at the moment, trying to figure out why he's a second and a half in front of me.
Shit.
He did a 30.5 quality lap. Well, practice quality sort of do. He's at purple sector again, so he's going to go faster again. Justin is P2, like 0.091 behind, and then it's like myself, 0.9 of a second behind them. Unless Filthy's I've been on the track for a while, so Filthy might jump me now. Moff's up the front though. He's up near I think he's P5 at the moment.
No, good on him.
Get around the Moff. Just so you know, Jimmy, the Moff's a crowd favourite, so make sure you give him a bit of TV time. Talk him up. You'll be in everyone's good books if you talk up the Moff. There's certain people you don't talk badly about, and the Moff's one of them.
That's right.
Don't be critical about anything if he mucks up, because the mob will turn on you if you start talking shit about the Moff. Jeez, these guys can break late.
Change the time to quali time.
So you've got the Moff on one end of the scale, then you've got people like Brent on the other end where you can talk shit about them all day, no one's going to care. Or the captain. Yeah, I know. That'd be funny. You hang shit on your own driver. Fuck, he's quick through sector 1. Lockwood just did a 23 flat through sector 1. That's crazy fast. That's like AGT Group A fast. Tell you what, I've done a little bit of testing there, Claude. I'll send you a picture on Discord of the development car.
Okay.
I've been doing some developing, just some.
What's on the liveries?
No, just you'll see when I send you the photo.
Okay. I'm
getting back into the whole theatre aspect of it, because I've sort of laxed a bit.
Yep.
So even with Blacklight social media has been a bit quiet, so I'm going to start to build up some of this theatre I had like in season 4 and that, where AGT of supercars, some of that, like, you know, about the car names and chassis numbers and yada yada yada. I parked this at the Exit Pound 1 for a little bit, just to see who would see it with its aero camouflage on. And you see the cheeky little development sticker on the window there, just under the mirror.
Whereabouts?
Just under the mirror there, the cheeky little number board.
Oh, yep.
Just see who picks up on it.
Come on, Black Dynamite, where are you? Enter.
I'll give you the tip, Claude. It's head and shoulders over the Porsche for fun to drive, and it sounds amazing. They're going to sound insane with a group of them. They're
What's
so
this
loud.
one? Is this a Group 3 M3?
Yeah, it's a same as the Porsche. It's like a.
I've driven it a bit. It's a sick car.
Oh, it crackles just like off the gas. Oh.
Yeah.
And then when you stand on it, it's full V8 noise. Just a beast. It's going to be nice. It's so easy to drive compared to the Porsche. It's not light switch.
Plus, I reckon the cars themselves will just look better on track.
Look, the Porsche. If we ran Porsches again next season with the new livery, like the new livery rules in place, they'd look a lot better. Not that they don't look good this year; they look bloody amazing. But number boards is what's really holding them all back because it's taking up all that real estate.
Yeah, true. Oh, he's not here. I'm going to have to start without him. Oh, hearts off can enter.
I got onto that XLXY guy in PSN chat because he jumped in this lobby, right? Did one lap and then left.
Right.
I was like, oh, that was a bit weird. And then Lockwood's like, did he just come in and mow down all the brake markers and then leave? Well, of course he did. So I said, what's the? So I sent him a message. I said,
why?
I said, what's the go? Why would you do that? I said, no, and you wonder why you weren't invited into the main series. You're overlooked. I said, because you got poor attitude. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, you jumped in the lobby for one lap and you mowed down all the brake markers and then left. Petty much? He goes, I don't know what you're talking about.
And denied it.
He goes, oh, I must have been something else on my PS4. I haven't been home. I said, yeah, right, I'm like, how are you talking about PSN chat then, you freaking
Just
wanker?
keep an eye on these guys for his gym. Just keep an eye on these guys as they do this test start, see if anybody's glitching.
Yep. Also, guys, in qualifying, just watch them on the pit entry control line. I see a couple of FYRC guys are cutting it awfully close, trying to gain time on that inside line there, which would be a cut penalty if penalties are on.
Right.
And some of the other guys are actually using the race line. Like I saw a guy with like almost 4 wheels over the green stripe on the run up the straight. Paddock just did a 32 flat on a full tank. Straight to P3.
Yeah, it's flying in here. Troy's killing him.
Troy's going straight to Group A.
I just don't know how that works, as in who comes down.
Bottom 2, just shuffle them down. They'll like
Will it make a difference?
They get more chance for better points. They just take their points with them.
Yeah. Ooh, a couple have spun out. Yeah.
Aston Ricky Yarborough sense of that. Like the way I see it is we do it at the end of round 2 and that's it. We don't change it again. But it'll shuffle up Troy, it'll shuffle up like Justin and Lockwood out of Porsche B.
Yeah.
And whoever the two that are struggling in Porsche A, like the two that came last and second last, just shuffle them down.
Yeah.
Take their points with them. The points are the same for both categories anyway,
I just
so
think you'd probably want to have a look at comparative lap times still though. I mean, no point shifting V8 up for
you wouldn't
Ricky
shift you wouldn't shift down Alpha's boy because he finished mid pack because he had the big crash at like one, same with Water. You wouldn't shift him down.
The obvious one would probably be Hijacker, but he didn't run.
Yeah. Hijacker's fast though. Hijacker's fast. He's fast in pre-season, so I wouldn't shift him. That's why I want to do it after round 2, so you got a couple of races to sort of base it off.
Yeah. They all look fine to me, Jimbo. They're fine.
The problem we have with AGT is, is the downshift from Group A. Upshift easy.
Oh shit.
Like you can knock down Scotty maybe. You probably don't need to shift 2 out of AG2. They only need to lift Troy, I reckon, because Troy, for 2 reasons. One for the fact he's in a super fast GDR and he's got Group A pace, and 2 because it'll make the streaming lots easier for us. Because it'll open up a commentator and a race director to help to help Jimmy out on a more permanent basis, so we're not trying to shuffle race directors every week.
Yep.
Because, you know, you do that, and then suddenly it opens you up, Claude, to RD this where I am now.
Yep.
And co-com the Porsches, as opposed to,
yes.
or Troy for that matter, do the same thing, whoever, or just rotate the periods between the big com and the little com.
Yep.
But it gives us more flexibility.
For sure.
And the guys need to understand, if they want to keep racing at this level of streaming, that they need to understand that there's going to be some movement around for that sort of reason alone. Like, that's the biggest reason to put Troy into Group A.
Yes.
That and the fact he's fast as well, so it works out well.
Quali's 20 minutes, isn't it?
15 for AGT.
Sorry, 15.
Yeah, 10 for Porsches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get a long time. Like 20 minutes is the race time for Porsche. You don't want them qualifying for 20 minutes.
No.
We'll be sitting here for half an hour.
Yeah.
Waiting for them to qualify, and a lot of them will be just doing laps trying to burn fuel, because these cars do not drink fuel now on this 5 and 6. Porsche guys are struggling to burn the fuel in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing faster laps here than we'll see in qualifying, because there's no way you're going to get under. You're not going to get under half a tank. Yeah. You don't get under half a tank in 10 minutes. That's not possible. You can sit there and redline it in first gear the whole time. You still wouldn't get around.
No.
How's Sean looking?
This whole field, other than say Captain and V8, mate, they're going to be within 3/10 of each other, I reckon.
Good. That's what we want. That's what you want.
Just gonna check, make sure the bop settings are all right there.
Yeah, make sure you Mr. Race